All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to TDT Media Third Down Thursdays, whatever we're going to call this one. We have a special guest today. We're doing some Senior Bowl and NFL Draft previews.
Yes, sir.
So with us today is our good friend Jalyx Hunt. Jalyx, how you doing, sir?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Living the dream every day, Jalyx. Living the dream every day. We have to mention also he's from Houston Christian. Am I correct on that?
You are correct.
Gotta give a shout out. Gotta give a shout out to them.
Gotta give
guys.
a shout out to HCU.
Yes,
Go
sir.
Dogs.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Go
sir.
Dogs.
So, Jalyx, before we get into any nitty gritty of anything, the first thing I like to do is just tell us your story. For anybody who doesn't know you as a man, you as a football player, just tell us how you've gotten to the point you're at today, prepping for the NFL draft. Kind of walk us through how we got to where we are right now.
It's a windy road. I think it's not too traditional. I came out of high school. I was small. Sophomore year, I was like 5'5", 140. That's not the traditional size for somebody that's straight in the NFL at all.
No.
So I did a lot of growing towards the end of my high school career, but because of that, it kind of hindered me in my being recruited by bigger schools or bigger programs, things like that. I ended up going to Cornell University up in New York, Code in Ithaca. I decided that I didn't think Ithaca was the right fit for me and what I wanted to do. So I hopped in the transfer portal like everybody seeming to do.
Right?
Like everybody's doing.
Right.
And then Houston Christian coaches beforehand, the ones that recruited me, Coach Shane Eaches and Vic Shealy and all of them, they recruited me, and the conversations were really good. They thought I could make it to the NFL, and I wanted to play in the NFL. I think I could play in the NFL. I know I can play. So no other team was talking like that, so I ended up at a small school in Houston. And from there, I switched positions, played DN my first year. Very uncomfortable, very change of pace for me. Loved it. Moved back a little bit, played linebacker, and I think this is where I'm going to stick. Edge, hybrid type guy. Put up some good numbers, drew some attention to myself and the school, and now I'm sitting on a podcast.
Hey, it sounds like a good journey. It led you to us, man. So I'm cool with it.
I'm cool with it too.
So Jalyx, I'm gonna just dive right into the conversation about the position change.
Okay.
Going from safety to your hand into the dirt and then back up to an edge spot or linebacker, if you want to go with the traditional terming for it. What were some of the things that you really struggled with? And I know you put on some weight too, my guy. I was looking at that too, and I was like, damn, dude, this guy put on like 25 pounds. So if you want to talk about that transition as well, along with learning a new position, that'd be cool.
The biggest difference is the speed of the game. It comes at you right away. You're right by the ball. In safety, at DB, you can do a lot of reading. You use a lot of your eyes, but I got put on my back a couple times using my eyes when I first got down there to the trenches.
Yep.
It's not something I like. It's not a familiar position to me, and I dislike it. So I had to learn a little bit about using my technique and my hands a lot more. Coming from a safety position, if you ever deal with a big boy that's pulling, you usually just dip the shoulder, get around, square up. But now I have to set edges and shed inside and keep a gap. So I had to learn to use my hands a lot, be a lot more physical at the point of attack. And then that's just in the run game. The pass game, you got to be able to get upfield. You got to be the tackle who knows where the play is going, who has a specific set. So just understanding that I didn't know a lot about what I was doing, and then having to close that gap was the biggest change from safety to getting closer to the ball. But I think it was a great change, and I like it a lot.
That's great. So, and then to touch on the eating factor. So, what was the nutritional changes and the workout changes that you had to do to make that position change?
I had to eat a lot of food, and a lot of food, a lot of sick nights, a lot of not wanting to eat. And I didn't necessarily put it on the right way the first time. Transferring in, I had a summer to gain the weight. So it was, I just ate anything. But as the season went on, I started gaining weight because I started eating the correct way, chicken and rice. Tired. I got tired of chicken and rice for a long time. Couldn't eat it anymore for a couple.
Yeah.
Just things like that. But staying committed to the diet was the hardest part.
Yeah.
And then in terms of lifting, got to lift heavy. I started putting myself in the big boy groups. I'm lifting with DNs. I can't even push that much weight. I'm nowhere near them. But you can't when you're lifting and you with the guys, you can't be that far down. You can't look like that guy.
Right.
So I'm putting on extra weight. I can't even lift. I'm doing what I have to do. So, but yeah, a lot of grinding went into gaining weight.
Oh yeah.
So, Jalyx, this is something we love asking anybody who has like direct one-on-one matchups in the game of football. So we ask DBs, especially, now that you got some experience on the edge, what is the trash talk like when you're lining up for you, right? Like, how do you, because some guys are super nice. They're going to be like, hello, sir, shake their hand. Some guys are going to talk smack. Like, what's your way to kind of try and get a mental edge over who is in front of you?
I'm not much of a talker. If you ask my teammates, I'm kind of weird on the field. I laugh like the Joker. I laugh like the Joker. It's
awesome.
just it's something about getting hit and then being able to make a tackle or beating somebody around the edge. If you beat a tackle around the edge multiple times in the game, there's nothing you have to say to him. Like he knows you're gonna have a long day of film tomorrow. I hope you know that. There's not much you can say besides that. Like you might give him like you're not that guy. You need help.
You're not that guy, bud. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. So I won't really talk. I have said a couple like you need help or tell your coach to put someone else in. But,
that's good. Well, yeah, that's traditional type stuff.
Yeah, just traditional. I don't do anything crazy. The weirdest thing I do is laugh if I get hit or if I hit somebody hard. I just pop up and cackle like the Joker. It's something.
It's a little maniacal. It's a little maniacal right there.
A little maniacal, but it's not bad if it's in a good way.
That's funny.
I like that.
So, Jalyx, so I'm kind of curious to know, like, so making that shift from Cornell to Houston Christian, what was it like learning a new playbook? I mean, obviously you're learning a whole new position. Now you got to shift over and completely change potential schemes. Was it a similar scheme, or in the verbiage was it all somewhat similar, or what did you have to learn completely different things?
Football at the end of the day. So
love it.
There was some verbiage changes, but playing from the back end, and Jared Backus, who was my DC at Cornell, he made us learn the defense. So he had a deep playbook. I'm talking 5-2, 4-3, 3-4, 3-3 stack, 4-4 stack. Like,
okay, wow, you guys were throwing everything at them.
We threw everything at in the book at people. So we had to know from the back end what we were doing. The hardest thing was learning that I'm responsible for gaps now. Usually a safety, you're just a cleanup guy. If somebody gets past you, they're 88 and out the gate. That's my job is to stop them from doing that. So it was just learning that I have gap protections now, what gaps to have, and just the technique of how to stay in the gap. That really was a change. Everything else was, if you play in a cover 3, you in the middle, you got hook curl. Like it's simple, but just the technique of what to do in those positions was the hardest part. It wasn't anything crazy.
Gotcha. So one of the questions that MJ and I like to ask any guests that are on here, that whether that be professional, collegiate, or whatever, is who was there a guy in your high school or collegiate career that for whatever reason, like you line up against them, whether that be at safety and there was a receiver or a tight end that you had to go against, or even now as like an edge guy coming off a corner or whatever, that you just don't know. But this MF, or you just couldn't, he for whatever reason would always beat you. Like, can you think of a guy off the top of your head right now that somehow had your number every time, and you don't know why, you don't know how? Could have even been a teammate that you went up against every day.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a couple.
Okay.
At Cornell, there was a receiver. He used to play DB, but he switched to receiver my freshman year. His name was Faison McClurge. I think he's playing in Frisco for the Frisco Fighters now.
Nice.
Okay.
Indoor, yeah, indoor. Real cool with him. But when he switched to receiver, it was a different level of just like, dang, like I don't know. I just can't get a read on him. It was you think he would do one thing and then somehow he would do it, but it was like a step ahead of you. You couldn't get there. He was finishing through catches. Like, you knock his hands down, he'll still have the ball. Don't know how. Like I'm pretty sure I went through the ball. But him and then Lindsey Scott, man. Lindsey Scott, UIW, embarrassing game, worst game of my life. Long game, put up record-breaking numbers on us.
Oh, no.
Record-breaking numbers on us. Cool guy, though. After the game, he was like, hey, great player. We schemed. But it was like I couldn't get to him. He moved up in the pocket, perfect time, released the ball right before I got there. Was hitting the other side before Lindsey Scott.
I knew that sounded familiar. He's the quarterback for the Renegades now.
He's the quarterback. He went number 1 to the Renegades this year. Number 1 pick to the Renegades.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what his numbers were that game?
Something crazy that people don't even get in seasons.
He's about to give you that information and just piss you off right now.
No, I'm trying to find it. I don't know if I can.
I cannot be mad because there's nothing I can do about it.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, yeah, that's fair.
He was throwing the ball on a dime.
The game he broke the FCS touchdown record.
Yeah, that game. that game, yes.
Oh my gosh!
In the first half, yeah, that game.
Okay, that's probably one of the best answers we've gotten.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
I gotta respect him. I have to respect him
for sure. Yeah.
I mean, if he threw, what did he throw? Do you have his numbers?
It was probably like 500.
I think it was 500, and I think he had like 7 touchdowns or something.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
7 touchdowns. Our secondary was struggling in that game. It was during like the COVID era, still kind of.
Oh yeah.
We had like 5 DBs, so they realized first quarter that nobody was rotating, so they just started running goes, and our DBs just couldn't keep up. They were stacking the box, 60 protection, 70 protection.
Yeah, he only threw for 319 yards, and he threw 7 touchdowns.
It felt like nothing worked. I was just out there.
Oh man! So Jalyx, did you ask your defensive coach? You're like, hey man, I used to play DB. Put me back there right now.
Yeah, never that. You can't do that. You can't do that no matter how bad it gets. You gotta let your teammates know.
I know.
That's crazy though. I thought about it. Let me get a shot.
I knew it.
That was some Miami Dolphins stuff. They won 73-20. All right, I'm done now. I'm done.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I had to look that up though. I'm sorry. All right, Jalyx, we also love digging into all right, obviously football is important. It's like the center of your life right now. When you're not doing football, you got to decompress somehow. Are you a video game guy? Like what's the hobby of choice that kind of gets your mind off of whatever's going on in the football world?
I'm going to say it's got to be something that is time consuming, and I do a couple of those things. I like fishing. I like doing puzzles.
Nice.
There's a puzzle right now in front of me on the table that
I love that.
Have yet to finish, and then cooking.
What is it? What's the puzzle of?
Is this?
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's complex too.
Yeah, a little 1,000-piece puzzle.
Okay.
Oh my God, you have a lot more patience than I do.
That's the whole point that I like about it. You get to focus on something else with extreme detail, and it's right up the alley of football. In a game you have to do a lot, and you have to focus on the small details. So puzzles just seem right up that alley. And then cooking, I love to cook. I love to eat, and then that's what the cooking stemmed from, because I went to college and
makes sense.
I have to learn how to cook, or I'm going to be eating ramen noodles and eggs every day. Don't like that.
No,
hey, don't knock it. Like, I mean, it's good.
It has its needs.
Yeah. But like it really should be more of a once a month thing, not a every night.
Yeah. I'm more of just an eggs kind of guy. You could keep the ramen.
Okay, but
Really?
like ramen noodles with some fried eggs on top, you get the right seasoning.
Okay, that's. I've actually never tried that. I'm not even kidding.
See,
Like,
listen, you got to
It's
know how
good.
to finesse it. I started getting gourmet with the ramen noodles, so
oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna put you guys onto the hack. I'm gonna put you guys onto the hack.
Okay, I'm
Oh, I
ready.
appreciate that 100%.
Chicken broth, chicken broth.
Yep, dude. With anything
Ooh.
that's good, by the way. Anyway, go
Chicken
ahead,
broth.
Scott.
mean, yeah.
You boil the noodles in chicken broth. It's gonna absorb all of it. Okay. You put the
Okay.
seasoning in, you mix it up. You scramble some eggs, cut you up. Mine is steak because
Ooh,
if you go to the store, you can get some cheap little steaks. They're probably not steak, honestly, but they say it's steak. You cut up the steak, you put it on the side, and then if you plate it just right, it looks like you kind of at a ramen restaurant.
Okay.
I
wife
gotta
doesn't-
respect that. That's
My
gotta
wife might
respect
be
the
impressed by
hustle.
that.
You
I'll
gotta
just be like,
respect the hustle.
here you go, babe. Here's some
Yeah.
gourmet ramen.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Hell
had
yeah.
never had like actual ramen with anything else in it until I got to the South because I lived in Mississippi
Okay.
for a year last year, and I had a buddy who would make like same thing, like gourmet ramen. He put all sorts of seasonings, and he was like, "Hey, come over, I'm making ramen," and I laughed. I was
Yeah.
like,
It's
I'm not
real.
coming over to eat that. And he was like, but no, I swear, like it's good. Like he's got all these
You
things,
like
and he
it.
gave it to me, and I looked at it, and I was like, this looks good, but I'm still skeptical. And I ate it, and it was fantastic. So
It's good. It's
Yeah.
good.
it's
All right.
it's that Southern cooking, Bruce. You gotta.
I'm. You guys convinced me. I'm gonna. I gotta try it. I gotta try it. All right. So now that you already talked about cooking, so I want to follow that up real quick. What's the favorite dish to cook? What's the one that every time you cook it, you're like, damn,
Like
this is
if you having somebody over, you got to impress.
I gotta
Oh,
impress them. I gotta
Yes.
impress them. Okay. The impress changes the dynamic because I was gonna say, jerk chicken and shrimp Alfredo
Oh, it sounds so good
Ooh.
right now.
from scratch. Yeah, it's just like a nice little spice to it, a different flavor than a lot of people are used to. Everybody's used to like the regular seasoned chicken and whatnot. I'm gonna say something like I can make lasagna really well.
Yo, that's what's up.
Ooh.
I love lasagna.
Lasagna is always good. What's something that I made recently? Man, y'all putting me on the spot right now. Yeah, I'm gonna say a steak. I'm gonna say a steak.
Okay, so what kind of steak though? What kind of steak and what where do you like the temperature at with it?
If I'm bringing someone over, like if I have company, if my parents are coming or something like that,
Mhm.
and I got it, I'm gonna get a New York steak. I'm gonna get a New York strip,
Nice.
real cool. Marinate the steak. Get a nice little marinade in. I like to marinate mine with like Worcestershire sauce.
Yep.
That's a tough word.
Garlic, binders, stuff like that, and then
Yep.
reverse sear it. I eat mine personally, my steaks medium to medium rare.
Yeah. I'm a medium. Yeah, you're speaking my language right now. I'm a
I
medium.
can't be a medium well guy. It's too
Nope.
tough. I need it. I need to see the pink. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm medium well. I'm sorry.
No, I can't get behind that one. And then I'll have like some spinach.
Okay.
I really like spinach. I'm like Popeye with it. So
that's what I'm saying. Oh, look at you with the throwback. Like I'm the old guy, on the team, and I'm sitting here talking about Popeye whenever I have spinach, and then now you're referencing.
Every time.
I feel
Popeye.
Bruce, Popeye is ageless. You don't have to be old.
What's up?
Or asparagus. Spinach or asparagus.
I like
Jalyx, have you ever had bacon wrapped asparagus?
I feel like that defeats the purpose of having asparagus.
Oh, it absolutely does. I'm not a football player, so I'm not trying to, keep a diet or anything. But if you ever feel like splurging, and you grill it.
Okay.
So my father-in-law does this. He'll take the asparagus, you literally just wrap it in bacon, and then you put it on the grill and you grill it, and it is delicious.
Okay.
So you can do that as like a fancier side. Like if you're having somebody over that they're not necessarily going to like just straight up asparagus, you can because I'm not going to sit here and just eat asparagus.
Okay.
But
I do. You got to put like a lemon seasoning to it and everything. It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just not my.
Lemon pepper.
Yeah, that's fine.
Talking my language.
Oh, and
speaking of food,
I'm getting food delivered right here.
Oh.
I mean, that's just pizza and Doritos right here. I mean, I'm not.
Pizza Doritos.
Yeah, this is. Hey, Jalyx, I'm losing a week of salary to go to the Senior Bowl and see y'all.
Fair.
So we got to cheat for a little while.
You got to do what you got to do. The hustle must continue.
Yeah,
that's great.
Oh my gosh.
So Jalyx, I kind of want to expand on the Senior Bowl a little bit.
Okay.
I know we're having some fun, but I'm gonna steer the truck back onto the road real quick.
Cool.
Yeah, right. And so obviously at the Senior Bowl, you get an opportunity to showcase like your ability, man. So who is the one guy that you're kind of looking forward to? Not coaches. I don't want to hear coaches, because everyone gets information from coaches. I'm sure you've been able to just kind of see some of the players that are going and kind of recognize them, or potentially have reached out to like a few of them. Who is the guy that you kind of want to pick their brain a little bit and be like, all right, so how do you close this gap? So say like the tackle is about to crash and I gotta squeeze that gap and stay parallel. So like how do you approach that? And like who's that guy to ask those questions to that you're looking forward to talk to?
Okay, so
if you have anyone.
Oh, I definitely have some people. The Senior Bowl is stacked.
It
is stacked. I'm looking at everybody go in. I'm training with people. Javon Solomon. I don't know if y'all know who.
Solomon is. Jalyx. Not only do we know, we already have a video about Javon Solomon
ready to go. Yep.
Oh yeah,
it's already on our channel. Yeah,
Javon Solomon.
He is that dude.
16 sack guy.
Yeah.
I need the tips. I need them.
That's awesome.
I need the advice. I need all of that. He actually is working out with me, which is great. I'm asking him questions after, because he is explosive guy, quick. He knows the position. A great pickup for any team. So him, Marshawn Nealon, Western Michigan.
Yep.
Good interior player. Strong guy. I don't know if I can really relate to him. He's a walking muscle. He's a walking muscle. He moves people out of the way. So is Justin Jefferson. Yeah. It's a large group. Sundiata Anderson. I don't know if you guys know Sundiata Anderson. I'm training with him. He's not going to the Senior Bowl. I think he's going to the Shrine Bowl, but he's somebody out of Grambling. He's somebody that I'm really looking at. He's an edge as well, explosive, quick, twitchy guy. Do your homework on Sundiata, but I really like how he plays. He has a motor, and he's a student of the game, which I really admire. So
that's great.
Those are my people right now.
That's great. So last real serious question that I have for you. I may have like a kind of one after, but so you're having the opportunity. You're at the Senior Bowl. You know, you've learned different things, done like multiple, going from Cornell to Christian, or why do I keep like messing it up? Houston Christian, right?
Christian, yes sir.
All right, there you go. You've had these adverse times, in my opinion. Like you said, you have a very windy road to get to the point that you're currently at right now. You still have NFL scouts and other scouts right now evaluating your play. And I had the opportunity to kind of watch a little bit of your game tape. And dude, you are fast. Like there's no doubt in my mind. And there was a time there was one clip I saw on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, that you dipped your shoulder past the tackle like you would do as a safety and make the play. I was like, dude, well, that's also exhibiting your athleticism. So there's that. But one of the drawbacks that some have said that I've read about you is strength is a concern, and obviously longevity at position, because making that transition to it. So how are you trying to make the proper adjustments, and what do you plan on like telling scouts or during interview process? Are you going to the combine, by the way? I'm sorry to kind of just drop that on you. Are you? I
am going to the combine. Yes, sir. I got crazy experience.
Awesome.
This whole
we'll
thing.
see you. We'll see you there, because we're going to be we'll be there too.
Okay. Yeah. Double up.
So yes, sir. But so what are you going to talk to some of the scouts about? What are you going to talk to some of the player reps about on the things that you need to personally, or that you've been personally working on to get better at what they're seeing as weaknesses?
I've definitely been working on my technique and everything. I've been fortunate enough to work with Fred Robinson, vet in the game, but for sure my speed to power ability, it wasn't really shown. I have long arms, so I like using my reach. Stab chop type of guy, double arm swipe, shoulder dip, ghost move, things like that, real quick. So I'm definitely working on my ability to get into the tackle, rip inside, my hump, rip, hump move, whatever the case may be. So speed to power and just power moves in general. I'm working on playing multiple positions, not just the DN linebacker position. So if I got to move down to a 5, maybe a 4, even if I have to.
Okay.
Some systems in the NFL, they often put a DN at nose guard if it's a third and long type set. So I'm learning how to play that position as well. So I'm really learning speed to power and not just the position I'm used to playing, but how to translate that into different gaps, into different positions along the D line.
I love it. Hey, and your versatility and knowing different spots and stuff, I'm sure helps in that too.
Definitely.
Great.
For sure. Well, Jalyx, thank you so much, sir, for hanging out with us, doing this. It's been a pleasure. I'm very excited. We'll see you at the Senior Bowl.
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
I'll come find you after those practices.
Okay.
And then Bruce and I will both be at the combine as well. So I'll see you at the Senior Bowl. We'll both be at the
combine. And I'll see you at the combine, baby.
Say no more. Yeah. I'll see you in Indianapolis.
Hey, Jalyx, real quick. You know what, though? Since you're a steak guy, all right, in Indianapolis, if you get the chance, St. Elmo's, I've reserved two nights. I know you got to be like, like straight up, like, mind your P's and Q's at the combine. Yeah. But at St. Elmo's, if you ever get the chance in Indianapolis, amazing steakhouse. If you're ever in Chicago, it's called Chicago Cut in Chicago. So great steak places.
Okay. I'm going to put those down. Chicago Cuts is St. Elmo.
Yes,
St. Elmo's.
St. Elmo's. Okay.
Yes,
Say no more.
Well, thank you so much for your time, man. And do you have any shout outs that you want to give? And do you want to give your @ so people can follow you and follow along your journey?
Oh, for sure. I'd love to. Shout out Houston Christian. Got to say shout out to Dogs. Doing big things over there. So tune into that. Shout out Cornell. Got to shout out where it started. Thank you to my parents and then my agent. And then shout out Exos because we locked in. So
I love it.
Appreciate it, Jalyx.
All right. Well, Jalyx, it's been a pleasure. Yes, sir. And you got our phone number, my phone number. So if you ever need anything, brother, let me know.
Okay. Yes, I'm excited to see y'all at the Senior Bowl and in Indianapolis.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
Yes, sir. Talk to you later, brother.
Talk to y'all. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.